Okay, in the previous, the fall updates video with the Gator, and you can see how close we are to winter with the white stuff on the ground here, even though it's not even quite the middle of October yet. I mentioned with the Gator, we're going to get a 12 by 20 shed. It will actually go right here. We are right next to the garage, so the garage is right here of the house. And so what we're going to do is right here, when we first moved in, there was a playground. An older couple owned this house, and there was a playground here for the grandkids. You've never seen any kids in my videos. We don't have kids. So, I didn't need the playground, so a friend and I and one of my family members, we actually moved all of this grass right here from the back. None of that's on video or anything. But all this, we took up the pea gravel that was here and we put the grass down. The reason that the sidewalk is here, originally there was a building here. It was like a little shop, shed, whatever, from the 60s. They tore it down sometime in the early 2000s, and then the playground went in. And you can actually see the change in the grass color. Right underneath the grass, there's a very good base. It's almost like driveway base. And you can actually see out there, that pile of stuff out there, right to the left of the scrap pile. That's actually all the pea gravel that came out of here. Just haven't found a use for it yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the shed right here. The way we designed it, this sidewalk will actually open up, door will open onto the sidewalk. And then there will be a 72-inch door in the front going out towards the driveway. Now it is more than 20 feet from this sidewalk right here to the driveway, so we're going to have to basically peel up. We're going to peel up all the grass starting at the driveway and peel it straight back, and then we're going to have to go about 8 feet beyond the end of the sidewalk there, because the door is 6 feet from the end of the shed. And then it'll be approximately, the pad for the shed will be approximately 14 feet wide. To give you kind of an example of what we're doing, the flags right there are placed to where we originally had the building oriented a little bit differently when we were working on it. And so that's oriented basically facing away from you. The building's facing away from you, and we're just going to turn that 90 degrees and face the building out towards this part of the driveway. So that'll be coming up. We're going to order 2 loads of driveway gravel here pretty quick. Get a plate compactor sometime the end of October. We'll get in here. I do have 3 or 4 sprinkler heads that I'm going to have to move. I'm sorry I'm not walking around. There's enough wind, and I don't want anybody complaining about wind noise, get a microphone. No, I'm not going to get a microphone. And so anyway, I got to move a couple sprinkler heads and do a couple other things before we can do all that. I got to figure out where the sprinkler heads are at. I can't remember. We really don't use the sprinkler system other than to water the garden, but we do have it here, and I want to make sure. I know one is right there somewhere at the end of the sidewalk. So we'll have to back all those up and plug them up and everything. Not that big a deal, or move them, one of the two. Weather's not really conducive to doing that right now. The only reason I'm standing out here is because the shop was 45 degrees when I walked in, and you can see I got the door open, and that's because I got the torpedo heater or kerosene heater on. So I was going to let the shop warm up for a little bit, and I figured I could do this video. So that'll be coming up. I don't need the 2 loads of gravel. We're actually going to do some driveway work at the same time. Work on that. So yeah, that's the shed coming up. It's supposed to be here middle of November. We ordered it, basically built to our specs. The reason we went with a prefab shed over building a new one is mostly because we can get it now. When it became readily apparent that we just don't have enough space to get through the winter, not necessarily from the shop, but other things. And my wife's wanted one for a while, and so we got a she shed, if you want us to take the Allstate commercial. So anyway, we're going to get that, and we'll go from there. But I figured that'll give you a kind of idea where we're going to put it, and basically you'll have access to the entire backyard over here. That way you've got access to the garden. Back there, that the white trellis back there in the middle of the picture, that is the vegetable garden with those boxes in it and stuff. And so we'll have access to that and everything else. And then in the spring, we'll work on that some more, and we're actually going to add a couple more boxes. We're going to move some stuff around. Right now the yard's just an absolute mess because we mowed yesterday late. We started mowing the yard for the last time late yesterday, and I was going to get out this morning and do it, and edge the drive or edge the sidewalk and blow it all off because it got dark last night, and then it snowed about 2 inches this morning. First thing, when I got up at like 6:30, there was about 2 inches of snow. It's working on melting, but everything's wet now, so I'll have to come back and do it later this week. We are supposed to get warmer temperatures here in the next couple weeks, so that'll be nice. Work on this in the evenings and stuff like that. So this will be one of those long-term, sit around and hurry up and wait while we wait for it to be built and stuff like that. But hopefully we'll have the pad in here in about 2-3 weeks. So, and then the pad, we can put the shed on that. So thanks for watching.